Clients don't want more options. They want answers. They don't want more quotes. They want certainty in a direction of vision, someone they can trust to move forward with. Closing isn't manipulation. Closing is leadership. It is leadership. Welcome to the Sales Made Simple podcast. This podcast is dedicated to helping overwhelmed outdoor living professionals, landscapers, and hardscapers just like you increase your closing rate to over 75% without doubling your workload so you can build a seven-figure business that doesn't need you. I'm your host, Joshua Gillow. Let's dig in. Today, we're going to debunk what the word closing means in sales. So many contractors hate that word because it sounds sleazy and manipulative. And you know what? They have pictures, and rightfully so, pictures of used car salesmen and pressured sales and all of the stuff that they've had experienced in their life that they never want a client to feel. So the word closing just feels icky and nasty and slimy. So I want to take that off the plate completely. But I'm here to give you a different perspective today. Bear with me. I think by the end of this, you'll have a different view of what closing is. So here's the truth. You're not closing. Closing is not something that you do to someone. It's what you do for them. I'm going to say that again. Closing is not something you do to people. You do it for them. Now, let me break that down for you. Clients don't want more options. They want answers. They don't want more quotes. They want certainty in a direction of vision, someone they can trust to move forward with. Closing isn't manipulation. Closing is leadership. It is leadership. You're taking the weight off the client's shoulders by showing them a path forward, stepping stones, if you will, from point A to point B, where they are, possibly stuck, to where they want to go, engaged with their families in the backyard. You are there to do that for. What it really does, what closing really does, is remember, you're not closing a person. You're closing the uncertainty in their minds, the gap between someday and now. How can they realize their dreams? You are the bridge that gets them from paper to reality. That's what closing is. You're closing the gap. Think of it that way. You're closing the gap. Now, closing isn't pressure. It's permission. It's permission for them to take the steps to get the result they need in order to bring their family closer together or whatever their target is. It's also to believe that their dream is even possible. It's permission to believe the dream is possible. It's permission to move from uncertainty to clarity, from I'm not sure to I can't believe this is my backyard. That's what closing is. It's not about trying to do something to people. It's about something you do for them. I can't say that enough, because when I realized this shift, because I hated the word closing for most of my career, I avoided it like the plague, because when I said closing, it felt like I was taking advantage or someone had to lose something for me to gain something. And when I made this shift, when I made this small shift and knowing that I'm doing it for them, not to them, changed everything. When I'm building a bridge, a gap, I'm closing the gap between them, where they are now and their dream. That lit me up. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe this. But remember, guys, when it comes to closing isn't something that you take lightly. Closing is sacred. It is a responsibility that you have when you are selling outdoor living spaces, to be able to help close that gap for the clients, to be able to help take them from where they are to where they want to go by asking great questions and to deep down building relationships with people, because those same relationships will bear fruit someday when you take care of them through referrals and through happy customers that just can't stop talking amazing things about you and saying about how great it was to work with you guys because you asked great questions, opened up, got them out of a realm of where they thought they knew what they wanted, needed, and desired, until you asked the questions that opened them up and they realized that some of that was true and some of it wasn't. That you guided them from regret. That's really what a customer doesn't want to live with after they spent all this money on this space. They don't want to live with regret in their heart and be like, you know what? At the end of the day, we're not just building backyards. We're building belief in what's possible. What's possible for them and their families to experience together while they're here on earth. You know, the goal here is to master communication. As we move forward in this course, as you do, you'll see the other incredible ways to become more and more masterful at your communication, to be more and more purposeful with your communication, to know which questions to ask and why and when to ask them, how to help unpack people so that they can, and I mean unpack like peeling the onion, where they have an idea and you can help go step by step deeper and deeper to get to the core pain point or the core driver, for the project itself. Let's get there. That's all part of closing. So we're not doing it to them. We're doing it for them. We're trying to guide them forward so they get unstuck and they can begin enjoying their space with their family, building those connections, building those memories. That's the target. What if you could close 75% of your projects without chasing, convincing, or dropping your price? That's not a dream. That's the mission. Mission 75. Here at Yes Express Sales Academy, we are spearheading a bold shift to help outdoor living contractors sell with confidence, not desperation. Because let's be real, you've been told to just give them a good price and hope for the best. You've been trained to beg for work and give away your time and compete with contractors who don't even play at your level. That ends now. I wrote the Core 10 Sales Playbook because it's the system I desperately needed 20 years ago. It's built for real-world, design-build contractors, not guys in suits. Inside, I'll show you how to qualify leads in minutes, speak to emotion, not features, cut confusion and eliminate ghosting, lead the sales call with calm authority, and close premium jobs without flinching. That book drops in January 2026. Check out the show notes to get on the list to be the first in line to grab your copy of the Core 10 Sales Playbook before they're gone. This isn't about working harder, it's about selling smarter, and it starts now. Let's raise the standard together.